first, the growing excitement and controversy over coal seam gas. The Premier's calling it the new gas age, and today she accompanied the Prime Minister in opening an LNG storage plant on Curtis Island off Gladstone.
One, two, three.
It's a good news story, laying the foundation for a multi-billion-dollar export industry.
After a very tough start to the year for Queensland, it's just terrific to see this major project going full steam ahead. It's a project that means jobs and prosperity for every Queenslander. We'll see great investment and job creation here in Gladstone and right across central Queensland and into the southwest, into the Darling Downs area. But the spin-off and ripple effects across the whole economy can't be underestimated. But there's also been bad news this week for coal seam gas, with a major leak at a well near Dalby. The leak may have been capped, but the fallout is continuing. An influential Liberal senator says state regulation is inadequate, and he's calling for the Commonwealth to become more actively involved. We'll hear from Senator Bill Heffernan soon, but first, this report from Peter McCutcheon.
In just over a decade, coal seam gas has emerged from obscurity to become the next big thing in resource development, and Queensland is in the thick of it. Both sides of politics agree the industry will bring considerable economic benefits.
It is a vital economic project or sector for Queensland. It must ultimately go ahead.
It is a new industry for Australia in terms of export opportunities. It is a first.
But with large-scale change comes controversy. Farmers and Greens have in some places joined forces to either oppose or call for a slowdown to coal seam gas expansion. Rural communities are concerned about losing prime agricultural land and also about the massive amounts of underground water that will be pumped up to the surface in order to extract the gas.
We have a whole new industry that's going to enter the scene and be allowed to extract a huge amount of water. It could be up to 350,000 megalitres a year from the Great Artesian Basin, and they just have open licence to do this.
In Queensland, the adjudicator in this debate between miners, environmentalists and farmers is the state government. Despite its enthusiasm for the new industry, the mining minister this week used unusually harsh language against the Arrow Energy Corporation, which had failed to promptly report a gas well leak in the Darling Downs.
To put it simply, Mr Speaker, the tardiness in reporting this matter is unacceptable, and it shows contempt for the rules and no respect for the landholder or regulating authorities. Mr Speaker, DD and DERM staff are now carrying out a full and frank investigation of this incident. If Arrow or any of its contractors have done the wrong thing, there will be consequences.
For its part, Arrow Energy says this sort of leak is very rare.
We'd say that this process has been sort of managed quite well in the sense that we've, in a fairly quick turnaround, we've identified the problem and fixed it within a period of a day. So no one's been injured, the well is restored, it's intact, and it can be used again. So we'd say that it actually demonstrates that we've got the expertise and the capability to fix these problems.
The state government argues it lays down and coal seam gas companies follow very strict environmental conditions. Although one federal government agency, Geoscience Australia, argued in a recent report that we really don't know the effects thousands of gas wells will have on aquifers over the next 20 years.
We consider that the overriding issue in coal seam gas development is the uncertainty surrounding the potential cumulative regional scale impacts of multiple developments.
Peter McCutcheon reporting.